explains that they're not. And that's why the scripture says that it's sharper than any two-edged sword. It's a discerner of the thoughts and the intents of the heart. Because you could immediately see when somebody's sincere, and you can see when somebody's acting, man. Alright? And if you can't, the Spirit's going to reveal it over time, no matter what, man. Alright? Yahweh Shema Shai is always going to reveal, and it's not according, because Proverbs tells you that a righteous man falls 7 times, so it's not according to how many times that you mess up or you go off. It's according to your heart, man, the sincerity that you have in your heart, that when you mess up, you know, if you didn't know about it, you find out, you feel like shit, man, you know, because the righteous are beating themselves up all the time, man. Alright, and I know that to be true. Anytime you mess up, or even if you're not doing anything wrong, man, I'm going to be reading enough, getting down, getting the demons of doubt. I get them demons on me too. Demons like, I ain't shit, man. You know, what do I gotta contribute? You know what I mean? And it's not according to how much you mess up. It's according to the Spirit that's within you, man. You know? Because a righteous man falls 7 times, that means however many times that you fall, man. But a righteous man will always get back up. You know what I mean? I heard a song that said, I still go crazy sometimes, but I'm not there as long. You know what I mean? I still mess up, but not as often. And that's what we're doing. Alright? We still get angry, but not for as long. We still mess up, but not as often. We still make mistakes, but we try not to make the same ones. And if we do, not to the extent where take a vicious blow, man. It's about offending less.
Also learn from your mistakes, man, is key too. And also learning from others' mistakes. You know, because, hey, in Fresno yesterday, not to talk about bullshit, but just for example of edification, there was, like, even in, I'm pretty sure you experienced it, driving, you too, people cutting you off and cutting in front of you, and one dude ran the red light, almost hit you, and in your mind you could have been just going all crazy and shit, but then you're just like, man, not even gonna worry about it, you know? I'm just gonna be chill. You know, I'm not gonna get angry because this is the spirit that they're in. We're at their end, you know? So of course they're gonna be wild and crazy, but I gotta remain spiritual, man. You know? I gotta remain calm and be collected, harmless as a dove, because another nigga probably would have threw a rock at their car. Or road rage. You've seen how lately that's been going. You know, one story back, maybe a year or so or two, both of the people that were involved in the road rage got killed. After one dude killed one, he walked up the freeway and then got struck by a car and died, you know? So, what would be the point, man? It's just to remain spiritual too, you know?
Hey, that's the whole point, that's the whole purpose of Satan. Hey, it's like brothers bring out, to overthrow by inward agitation, man. Meaning that somebody fucking getting all in your face, acting stupid, and then you say fuck it, so you just blap, 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 knock this fool out, whatever. He comes back with a gun and blasts you, man. You got overthrown by that inward agitation. Because had you not socked that motherfucker up, he wouldn't have came back and shot you, man. Or anything like the brother said, that road rage, you cut somebody off, and you cut that person off, next thing you know, this fool's following you home, man. Just because over some petty ass shit, man. And that's why it talks about the snares and the traps of the devil, man. There's just so many of them out here. You gotta be able to discern. You gotta be able to see, all right, this situation's happening to me right now. What's the best way to go about handling it? And if you don't ask yourself like that, and you just go off first instinct, you're gonna end up doing something foolish, man.
This is Romans chapter 8, verse 6. For to be carnally minded is death.
Carnally minded is death. Alright? Somebody yells at you and you instantly start yelling back.
Or you just fire up.
Or even worse, you ain't even having none of it. You just reach out and hit them. Shut up.
For to be carnally minded is death, but to be spiritually minded is life and peace.
It's life and peace. So like the brother would say, you know that these people are going to be doing this type of shit these days. Nobody got no goddamn manners anymore. Alright? Nobody knows how to be, people don't even know how to talk. Thanks to social media, people don't even know how to verbally communicate anymore.
When I'm about to laugh, a brother says something funny, I might as well just say LOL.
LOL.
I know, right?
LMFAO. LMFAO.
It got so, it got so bad. Like a couple years ago, I was like, LOL. Like I'm trying to catch myself.
That shit happened to me when I was like in high school and shit.
Yeah. So it's bad, man. And then they want you to stay at the house. Cause I had to delete the Grubhub app. I'm like, man, I'm spending all this damn money to have them come to me. I'm just being like a recluse or something, you know? Not even getting out the house. Cause you can order anything, right? Brother, you work at where you work. You know, you saying they're ordering alcohol, they're ordering food, groceries. They want you at the house because they don't want you to intermingle with everybody else. Because another thing is they don't want that because you can start forming militias and shit.
Yeah, communication.
You know?
Oh yeah.
Communication.
Yeah, like communication is so heavy now. Where me and the brother live, we'll be out there and there's a lot of street racers, and they'll be meeting up. You'll see them like there'll be like 6 cars, and you can tell that they're street racers. And the brother said that Esau showed up with hella costs because they were organizing for a race, you know. But any get together now is considered illegal if Esau don't know about it. If you don't have permits to congregate, okay, you can be fined or imprisoned. And that's how you know what we're doing is all through the Spirit. Because Esau can't stop what we're doing, all right? He can't stop us from congregating, coming out here and prophesying.
Yeah, this is a peaceful protest.
Yeah. Oh, well, let's just get back in the scriptures. It says, but ye are not in the flesh, but in the Spirit, if so be that the Spirit of Yahweh dwell in you. Now, if any man have not the Spirit of a Mashiach or Yahweh Shai, he is not of his.
Yeah, and if the Spirit of Yahweh Shai dwells in you, then what? You're going to be in the same mind as Yahweh Shai. All right? You're going to be in the same mind. And Yahweh Shai was all about his Father's business. All right? And so he carried himself in a way that was pleasing to Yahweh. And he did the things that were pleasing to Yahweh, which was to prophesy, man, which is go and teach his people that, hey, now is the time. Repent, for the kingdom of heaven is at hand. And that's what we're out here doing, continuing that legacy, man. All right? And basically we come out here and we say, repent, for the kingdom of heaven is at hand. You know, and to repent, it means to turn back. Turn back means to follow Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. Not in mouth and in lip service, but in not only in word, but also in deed. Alright? Also in actions, the things that you do. Coming out here on the highways and the byways is the ultimate form of love because you're giving yourself up as a living sacrifice. Meaning that you're going against the grain in order to serve Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. Because believe me, this is going against the grain. Why you think they want to push taking away freedom of speech and different things like that, man? Because they want us out off the streets.
Hey, I'm gonna read an account in Acts. Another reason to prove that the Most High has to have the Spirit in you and have the angels protecting you. Because if you're a false prophet out there, then these demons, these evil spirits is gonna beat your ass, man. And I heard somebody got their ass beat in Fresno when they're trying to preach the word and whatnot, man. But this is Acts chapter 19, verse 13. Then certain of the vagabond Jews, exorcists, took upon them to call over them which had evil spirits the name of Yahweh Shai and Mashiach, saying, we adjourn you by Yahweh Shai whom Paul preacheth. And there were 7 sons of one Sceva, a Jew and chief of the priests, which did so. And the evil spirit answered and said, Yahweh Shai I know, and Paul I know, but who are ye?
Hey.
So these demons that's on these people, they know who the men of the Lord are, you know?
Hey, and that shows you right there, they was trying to steal Yahweh Shai's glory, man. Because Yahweh Shai was the one going around performing all these miracles. They wanted to get in on that. Hey, that was the wrong thing to do, man.
Yeah, going in on guys that come in this truth thinking that it's a joke or trying to come in this truth to put this on as if it was for you. You know, you have to be predestined, you know. You can't just come into this thing and imitate and expect a result. Now there is guys that do come in and they imitate righteously, because at one time we were all mockingbirds. Okay, but there's guys that are sincerely inspired to do this, man. And there's other guys that just want to be seen, want to look cool, want to be somebody. Like that guy Adam Abbott. Okay, he's doing this for ulterior motives.
Have you seen that guy that's doing the work in Walmart?
No, I seen the video.
I never seen it.
He said he was GMS, right?
Yeah.
He's actually inside of Walmart.
Yeah, he's right there in front of the.
Denim section.
He's right there in front of the sandals and shit.
And ain't nobody kicked his ass out of Walmart.
I mean, just when you thought you saw it all, right?
The Walmart prophet.
Walmart.
They say he's like, yeah, y'all about to me outside the truth. And these sandals right here are 50% off. Come get a pair real quick for that deal.
Well, he's probably prophesying that you can't wear them because they're 50% cotton.
That would be, you buying them shoes right there? Them mixed fabrics right there, homie. That's illegal.
This is verse 16. It says, "And the man in whom the evil spirit was leaped on them, and overcame them, and prevailed against them, so that they fled out of the house naked and wounded. And this was known to all the Jews and Greeks also dwelling at Ephesus, and fear fell upon them, and the name of our one Yahushai was magnified, and many that believed came and confessed and showed their deeds." So, hey, the Most High has to be with you in order to come out here and prophesy and preach in the name of Yahushua Mashiach. Because if you're not one of his, then these demons is going to overtake you. Just as the demon said, hey, Yahushua we know, Paul we know, but who are you?
Yeah.
You know?
They were out of order, man. They were out of order because they tried to do what Yahushua was doing in the name of the Lord. But when Yahushua's disciples got the power to be able to heal people, it was given to them by Yahushua, man. Alright? They just tried to go and seek out their own righteousness. And really all that did is, like I said, you can't do nothing against the truth, but only for the truth. And so what happened was they were like, man, Yahushua is the guy. Look, not even these fools could do it, man, you know? Now, whether or not, they repented, that's... What do you got? Jeremiah 28:8? Or what do you got? Oh, yeah, get that.
There's Ezekiel 9:4. "And the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai said unto him, Go through the midst of the city, through the midst of Jerusalem, and set a mark upon the foreheads of the men that sigh and that cry, for all the abominations that be done in the midst thereof."
Yeah, so the angel's going around marking the perfect man, as it tells you in the scriptures. All right, not saying that we're perfect, but we're getting, Lord willing, we're getting marked for to be passed over. All right, when the destruction comes.
Yeah, when you look up the word there for Mark, which I'm looking right now for y'all, the word there for Mark is not Karagma, okay? The word there, Mark, is a whole different word with a whole different meaning. Okay, so this is Ezekiel 9:4, and the word there for Mark, okay, is, let me see, it's coming up right now. All right, the word here for Mark, okay, is tawab, or slakia, the up, and it means mark as a sign of exemption from judgment. And mark by implication, a sincere desire mark. Yeah, what it means is a mark of exemption. So you're exempt from receiving the wrath or the judgment of the Heavenly Father. Meaning he's going to keep you safe from that. And he's going to use his angels to keep you safe. Like it tells you in Psalms 37. Okay, the angel of the Lord encampeth around those that fear Yahweh. Now, it isn't just the prophets that fear Yahweh, although it's going to start with them. The 1/3 are going to learn to fear Yahweh on this side. Okay?
But add on what you're saying, exempt from judgment. When you go into the scriptures, what happens if you despise the word?
You get destroyed. You get destroyed. That's Proverbs 13:19. You know? Which those that despise the word is 2/3 of our people, man. Because here it is, the doors of mercy are open. Okay, the path of salvation is still available. But our people choose death rather than life.
You got these homosexuals right here.
Yeah.
They're choosing death.
This is Proverbs 13 and 13. Whoso despiseth the word shall be destroyed, but he that feareth the commandment shall be rewarded.
And there it is right there. Whoso despiseth the word, these scriptures, shall be destroyed. And when we come out here, we don't tell you, oh, you have to do this because we said so. We're telling you this is the way that the Lord set up. This is what He commands. The path that He set up that you're supposed to walk in. Okay, so you can't get mad at us. We're just telling you what He's saying. All right, His words, and you choose to deny Him, deny His words. You got to be destroyed.
It's like people that say, aren't you guys looking for followers? How you gonna be saying things like this? Expect to get any followers? Like, look, whether you hear or forbear, it has no effect on us, man. All right, we can't control how other people will react to this truth, man. All right, all we can do is control what we do. All right, all we can do is control ourselves, man. All right, we're seeking salvation, man. All right, so we're doing what we're doing for the elect, but we don't know who the elect are. And so we ain't looking at individuals like, oh, you got to do this, you got to come over, you got to be with us. We ain't looking like that, man, because it's a spiritual thing. You know, Yahweh Shem Yahushua is going to bring the believers in, man. All we got to do is just be patient. This is about being patient. You got brothers been in this thing 30 years, 20 years, 15 years, 10 years. Have been patient the whole time, still doing this work, waiting for Yahweh Shem Yahushua to bring what He said He's going to bring, man. And because of all this time that's passed, that's why you got 2 Peter 3:3 that says, since the fathers fell asleep, things continue on as they were. And you got these people that say, where's the promise of His coming? Y'all been talking about this for all these years, and still it ain't came yet.
This say it's not gonna happen in our lifetime.
Yeah, you still ain't got no spiritual power. All right, there ain't no influx of believers like it happened in Acts, where thousands were added onto the church today. But we believe these things are coming, man. This is what we're preparing for. All right, Yahweh Shem Yahushua is preparing us to be judges, to be rulers over the house of the Lord. And so, you know, Yahweh Shem Yahushua is bidding to the marriage. And when you have a wedding rehearsal, all you have there is, what do you have, hey, Aki, what do you have at a wedding rehearsal? Who's at the wedding rehearsal?
Special guests.
The special guests, the groom, the bride, the parents, certain family members, the bridesmaids, so on, the flower girl, whoever's the ring bearer. But when the wedding actually happens, then all the guests show up. Then it's a big party. But the rehearsal was just for those that was going to be carried. And so that's what we're in the rehearsal right now. That influx of believers, that's going to be game time. That's when it's going to see if we gathered enough knowledge to be able to control the population that we receive, man.
Yeah, which is coming.
Right, so it's a serious, you think this is a joke? This is a serious thing. We're going to be shepherds over large flocks. And you're going to have people coming in from you're going to have people from Maney to not so bad, you know what I mean? And you're going to have to deal with all that. There's going to be disputes, quarrels. This brother's going to have a problem with this brother. Oh, this dude's wife committed adultery with him, so hey, she got to get, you know? It's going to be exercising your righteous skills for sure. You know?
There's Amos 3:3. Can two walk together except they be agreed? Will a lion roar in the forest when he...
Just get 3 and 3. Go ahead, read it.
There's Amos 3:3. Can two walk together except they be agreed?
And so everything that we're saying, if you can't understand what we're saying and you don't believe in what we're saying, then we can't walk together. We can't congregate with you. All right? Well, this is only for those, okay, that see something wrong with what's going on. Okay? For the people that are really what the world calls woke. Okay, the only way you can be really woke, really, you have to have been chosen to be woke. You know? There's nothing you can do to make yourself woke. You have to have been predestined. But if you really call yourself woke, the only way you can be woke is if you can walk in these scriptures the way that we walk to the best of our ability in these scriptures. We're not perfect, but we're doing our best so that we can be made perfect. Okay? And this is the way you are allowed to receive that, man. Is by walking in these scriptures, by worshiping Yahweh Shai the right way to the best of your ability. And we push this out here to our people, to the world, so that those that can receive it can get right. Like the brother was going into in the near future, there's going to be everybody out here coming to us for answers. Okay, there's going to be some people that are sincere and some people that disagree with certain things, and they got to kick rocks. Okay? Because everything in these scriptures is faithful and true. Everything. You can't just leave one thing out. Keep 99% but 1% out. No, you have to take the whole thing. Scriptures tell you to eat the whole roll. Okay? And going into that roll, this is Ezekiel 33.
Hey, look, can I say something on this? Because this is actually a really heavy topic right here. Alright, because you got a lot of people that come into the truth and they're out here on the highways and byways prophesying, not understanding what they're doing. And did y'all brother see the video that I put up that Quantum Wath re-uploaded of the Yashawanda's video? To the church, I believe it was. And what he was saying was he was like, I'm meditating on things concerning Great Millstone basically closing the doors. And he was saying, I'm taking it as a time that because we're gonna have this great influx of believers. We got to have our shit straight. Otherwise, how are we, we're going to fold under pressure. You know what I mean? And so us as a camp, we're all, everybody that's out here on the highways and byways has to realize that we're being groomed to be leaders of a nation of people. And that's heavy, man. Moses wanted to kill himself. Moses like, how the fuck? I can't deal with these people, Lord. You know,
all the prophets was like that.
Yeah.
Even Jonah, Jeremiah.
Yeah, we're gonna have to deal with this. All right, this is something we're gonna have to go through, man. All right, and it's gonna be all types of hell, man. It's gonna be a hard part of the walk, man. All right, leading a nation of hard-headed, stiff-necked jakes, man.
I got a precept on bringing out predestination. This is Romans chapter 8, and I'm going to start at verse 28. It says, and we know that all things work together for good to them that love Yahweh, to them who are the called according to his purpose, for whom he did foreknow.
Hey, start that again, Bobby.
This is Romans chapter 8, verse 28. And we know that all things work together for good to them that love Yahweh.
And we're working together for good. Okay, everything that's going on is for good. Whether you people accept it as harsh, hey, it's a harsh reality. We gotta live in this harsh environment. So everything is working for good. Okay, although you might see it as wrong to you, or everything that's taking place in the earth is being destructional. Well, before before a building is fully complete, okay, you got to break the ground. All right, there's a lot of tools, a lot of work. There's a lot of destruction before the full construction is fulfilled, or is fully built, fully constructed. You know, so you'll see a lot of chaos, a lot of things before that good. All right, there's a lot of bad before that good. So in other words, okay, this is all leading up into the kingdom, man, to that good. You know, go ahead.
To them who are the called according to his purpose. For
To them who are called according to his purpose. So even though us brothers are going through hell, at the end of it all, it's going to be good. We're going to be at rest, man. We're going to be in the kingdom. And in the kingdom, we ain't going to suffer no more, man. The Lord said he's going to wipe away all our tears. Meaning everything that pisses you off, every form of suffering that you have to go through is going to be taken away, man. Our lives are going to be perfect in the kingdom, man. As hard as it is to understand and to receive, in the kingdom, we're going to live perfect lives, man. Us, ourselves, are going to be made perfect, you know? So yeah, we are going through hell right now, but it's for a better good, for those that were predestined. Go ahead.
For whom he did foreknow, he also did predestinate to be conformed to the image of his son.
And that's what's going on right now. That's why you got brothers that rebuke you. That's why we're out here rebuking the world, so that you can be conformed to the ways of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. Okay, being corrected all the time, or being corrected, might not feel good at that moment. But when you see and start to realize what that correction was for, and you mature, then you understand, oh, that was for my betterment. This brother wasn't just getting on me because he's a nigga. He wasn't just cursing me all the time because he don't like me. No, it's because there's things that he sees that are contrary to the way you should conduct yourself. You know? And we all got little shit that we all gotta fix, you know? It's not about every little fucking thing, but come on, you know? There's some things that are just like, you shouldn't be doing or should know better, you know? But continue on.
That ye might be the firstborn among many brethren.
The first fruits. And that's what's gonna be, that's how you're gonna know if you are chosen of the Heavenly Father. If you can go through all this hell to get the good. When the time comes, we're going to have multitudes out here that we're going to have to preach unto. You can't just say, fuck, man, these people are like babies. I got to go. Just go home.
They are even worse. They're even worse. Man, it's like you've seen it. You've seen it before. Now, if somebody gets proud right now, imagine how proud you get when you got 1,000 people.
They go, that's that scripture. I'm a Mashiach in the desert.
Yeah.
People are going to be following guys into the desert.
Hey, there's going to be, the influx of believers ain't just going to be for us too. These false prophets are going to get an influx of the believers. They're all going to be, this thing, oh man. It's like you wish you could take your understanding and just feed it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't, it's hard to communicate with words because, man, I wish I could convey it the way that I could see it in my mind. But it's like a movie. It's a movie, you know? And it's going to be like the ultimate movie. And your character, who you are as a person, is going to be tested, man. Amongst all these people, it's going to show what type of person you are when you're dealing with all these people. Are you a righteous man or are you a piece of shit?
Really, just revert back to the scriptures. Go over the fruits of the Spirit. You know, like when newcomers, when new proselytes brothers come in, yeah, they're going to be weak. But what did Paul say? I'll become weak as you to make you strong. You know? So it's not really about us per se, it's about the brother next to us. You know, holding on to the second law of the scriptures. Treat your brother as you were going to be treated. You know, so we have to treat them as if we want to be treated, man. Like feeding them this knowledge, saying, hey, you shouldn't do this, you shouldn't do that. I know you're first coming in, you're not going to get it 100%, but that's why we have a word called patience. Yep. I'm having patience with you know, because the Most High have patience with me. So we just got to revert back to the fruits of the Spirit, man.
Hey, if your brother smites you on the cheek, you're going to deal the cheek, man. Because you're gonna have that, man. You're gonna be out here dealing with brothers, and they're just gonna get tired. You know what, motherfucker, you always telling me what to do. I get crazy with you.
But at the same time, you just can't rebuke and try to rebuke a brother to death. You always got to remember, you got to edify, you got to build him up, man.